Thank you so much for that introduction. So, today I will be presenting a series of recommendations on how Shine, as a leader in the fast fashion industry, can enhance its brand trust and loyalty through increased transparency, consumer engagement, and ethical sourcing. These changes not only align with growing consumer demands, but they also position Shine for long term sustainable growth. As we dive into these recommendations, I will reference recent studies and industry best practices to demonstrate how Shine can effectively meet these challenges. Let's start with the first recommendation: increasing transparency, particularly by publicly sharing sustainability efforts and supply chain details. According to Huang and Su, transparency is crucial in building consumer trust, especially when it comes to sustainability. In today's world, consumers, especially the younger generations, demand that brands are clear about their environmental and labor practices. They want to know where their products are coming from and how they're being made. For Shine, increasing transparency in its sustainability efforts could mean regularly publishing sustainability reports, sharing public supply chain details, and even making environmental footprints more visible to consumers. In fact, companies like H&M have already seen tangible benefits from increasing transparency, leading to higher consumer retention and trust. By adopting these similar practices, I feel that Shine could effectively rebuild its reputation and differentiate itself from other fast fashion retailers that have been criticized for lacking this transparency. Next, we have the importance of engaging consumers through interactive tools and social media to showcase those sustainability efforts. As an example, Jones and Comfort emphasize the significant role that social media and digital platforms play in engaging consumers and increasing brand loyalty. Gen Z, the key demographic driving these fashion sales, not only seeks sustainable products, but also want to feel part of the sustainability journey. By leveraging platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Shine can showcase the real-time updates on its sustainability initiatives and involve consumer in its journey. This could involve behind-the-scenes content, live Q&A sections, and interactive campaigns that educate consumers on Shine's commitments and sustainability. As Jones and Comfort noted, interactive engagement dives deeper brand loyalty and significantly improves consumer trust. Lastly, let's talk about strengthening ethical sources by partnering with verified and responsible manufacturers. Once again, Jones and Comfort highlights the growing importance of ethical sourcing in today's landscape. Consumers are increasingly looking for brands that are ensuring their suppliers comply with sustainability standards, including fair labor practices and even environmental protections. Shine can improve its brand perception by partnering with these suppliers that are certified like Fair Trade or the Global Organic Textile Standards. These partnerships not only ensure Shine's compliance with ethical sourcing, but also provide a third-party validation, offering consumers confidence in the company's commitment to sustainable production practices. As Jones and Comfort pointed out, these will strengthen Shine's brand reputation and helps build trust among consumers who are concerned about the ethical implications of fast fashion. So moving on, one of the key concerns I wanted to bring up regarding Shine's shift towards a more sustainability practice is the financial impact of adopting new technologies and materials. So as we see in Huang and Su, the integration of these sustainable materials like organic cotton or recycled polyester and the need for eco-friendly technology significantly increases these production costs. They require substantial investment in both infrastructure and supplier partnerships to be able to meet the stringent standards. This increase in cost doesn't come without consequences. According to McKinsey, these added expenses often translate to higher product prices. And as we know, Shine's business model is built around providing affordable, trend-driven clothing to its customers. If production costs rise, Shine could be forced to pass those costs onto the consumers in the form of higher prices, which I believe can hurt its appeal. The risk here is that the higher prices may reduce Shine's competitiveness in the fast fashion industry. They thrive on offering cheap and fast fashion, and when it becomes more expensive compared to its competitors, especially other fast fashion giants that are prioritizing low-cost production, they could really lose their share of the market. This could lead to a potential decline in the overall market for younger, price-sensitive consumers. Another thing I wanted to touch on is the time constraint that Shine faces in implementing its sustainability measures. This is a critical issue for a fast fashion brand like Shine, which thrives on its ability to deliver products quickly in response to ever-changing trends. One of the main challenges is that the rapid production cycles are key to Shine's business model. Fast fashion relies on quick turnaround times, and shifting to more sustainable practices could slow them down. Sustainability initiatives require new process, vetting ethical suppliers, sourcing eco-friendly materials, and adopting sustainable production techniques. All of these processes take time, which mean that Shine could face delays in responding to new trends if they're not careful managing everything. Additionally, there's also the challenge of partnerships. To implement sustainability, Shine will need to collaborate with the new suppliers who align with their ethical standards. This vetting process takes time and can slow down the speed at which Shine can produce new collections. The concern here would be that Shine risks falling behind competitors like Zara and H&M, who are already integrating sustainable practices into their supply chains. If Shine is too slow to adopt these measures, these competitors could take advantage of the growing consumer demand and capture that market share that they lose. So it's important to note that the gradual integration of sustainability is possible. Companies like H&M and Inditex have phased in eco-friendly practices over time, using organic cotton, recycled material, and sustainable processes without sacrificing their ability to respond to trends. So I believe Shine can follow suit by introducing small and sustainable collections at a time, expanding their sustainability efforts gradually. Technology like digital tracking and supply chain visibility tools, these can streamline certain processes, making them more efficient and less disruptive. In conclusion, I believe Shine faces a real-time constraint. Strategic and phased approach to sustainability is necessary to maintain their edge within the market. I want to move on to the question and answer section. One of the first questions we received is, given Shine's reliance on fast production cycles, how realistic is it for them to transition to sustainability practices without losing their competitive edge? So I believe this is a great question. And I believe that the rapid production model is central to its success. So any sort of shift away from that has to be done very carefully. But it's not as if this is an all or nothing scenario. Some companies like H&M have actually managed to integrate sustainability without disrupting their core business model. This is key to the sustainability practices. The transition may take time, but with a strategic approach, I believe that Shine can remain competitive and appeal to eco-conscious consumers. Moving on to the second question I received. What specific steps can Shine take to overcome the financial and operational challenges of implementing sustainability in terms of increased production costs? And this is another great question. I personally think that implementing the sustainability does come with initial costs, but these sort of outweigh the cons. They can start by sourcing certain materials and certain products and gradually scale up as they see positive outcomes. And over time, the operational efficiencies will start to offset some of those higher initial costs. And the consumer demand for sustainable products is growing, and the research is showing that. So the short-term financial burdens could really lead to significant long-term benefits. And that's the way that I'm approaching it. Thank you so much. That is my part of the presentation. Moving on to Roberto in the conclusion. Thank you so much.